than in this text, but the commentators point out that this has no negative effect on the chain since the text is mutawatir and of unquestioned authority. This is a chain of permission and not of transmission. In other words, the text itself has reached us by many different routes, but permission to teach the present text in this exact form was handed down by the figures being mentioned. The reason this particular chain is mentioned was suggested in the introduction. I would add that it is inconceivable that this chain is a deliberate forgery, since no forger can have been so incompetent. Of the 12 figures mentioned at the beginning and in the second chain toward the end of the preface, 5 are unknown, 4 cannot be identified with certainty, and 1 is known to have been unreliable. 2. There is some confusion as to the identity of the us at the beginning of this chain, because it might be either of 2 scholars who figure in the various chains of transmission of the Sahifa. Sheikh Bahai, one of the many authors of commentaries on the Sahifa, maintains that us refers to Ali ibn al-Sukun, i.e. Abu al-Hasan, Ali ibn Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Muhammad ibn al-Sukun al-Hili, d. circa 606-1209. In his glossary on the Sahifa, Mir Damad writes that it is Amid al-Ruasa, Hibat Allah ibn Hamid ibn Ahmad ibn Ayyub al-Hili, d. 610-1213-14. To prove his point he quotes from the manuscript of al-Shahid al-Awwal, who had collated his copy with that of Ibn al-Sukun, on which Amid al-Ruasa had made certain annotations in the year 603-1206. Cf. Aqab Buzurg, al-Dariya, s.v. al-Sahifat al-Sajadiyya. 3. He was the son-in-law of Sheikh Al-Taifa Abu Ja'far al-Tusi, d. 460-1067-8 and an official at the shrine of Ali in Najaf. 4. Sa'id Ali Khan writes that al-Akbari does not seem to be mentioned in the books of Shiite biographies, but al-Samani mentions him in al-Ansab, adding Ibn al-Husayn to his name after Ibn Ahmad and gives his date of death as 472-1079-80. 5. Sa'id Ali Khan quotes 4 sources on Abu al-Mufaddal as a muhadith, all of which question his reliability. Najashi, Sheikh al-Taifa al-Tusi, Ibn al-Ghadairi, and Ibn Dawud. 6. Najashi praises his reliability and mentions a number of works by him. He died in 308,921 at the age of more than 90. Sa'id Ali Khan. 7. According to Sa'id Ali Khan, nothing is known about him. In his notes on his Persian translation, Shiraini suggests that here some of the authorities originally mentioned in the text may have been dropped, since only 3 figures are mentioned over a period of 251 years. 8. Najashi mentions an Ali ibn al-Numan al-Alam al-Nakai who was a companion of the 8th Imam, Rida d. 203,818. 9. Neither Umayr ibn Mutawakkil nor his father Mutawakkil ibn Harun are known. However, both Najashi and Sheikh al-Tasi speak of al-Mutawakkil ibn Umayr ibn al-Mutawakkil as the transmitter of the Sahifa from Yahya ibn Zayd, and they provide a chain of authority leading from him to themselves different from that in the present text. As Shah Rani points out, Sahifa, page 5, given their early dates and their agreement, the name they provide is to be preferred over the present text. 10. This would have been in the year 122,740. As explained in the introduction, after the death of Zayn al-Abidin's son and successor, Muhammad al-Bakir, his son Zayd revolted against the Umayyad authorities and was killed. According to the account being related here, Mutawakkil ibn Harun, or more properly, Mutawakkil ibn Umayr, met Zayd's son Yahya shortly before he was killed while continuing his father's revolt. 11. 13. 39. According to Sa'id Ali Khan, by quoting this verse, Yahya is suggesting that even if this is the divine command known to al-Sadiq, God may change it. This is the Shiite doctrine of Bada, according to which God may appear to change his decree for his creatures. Imam Ja'far himself quotes this verse to prove the possibility of Bada. 12. As noted in the introduction, the use here of the expression al-Sahifat al-Kamila suggests that the Sahifa was called by this term from earliest times. In explaining the expression, Sa'id Ali Khan quotes a passage employing it from Ma'alim al-Ulama of Ibn Sharashab d. 588-1192. 13. In notes to his Persian translation, Shiraini tells us that the term meant a scroll wound around an iron rod, on the ends of which were placed iron locks, often sealed with wax. 14. Muhammad is better known as Al-Nafs al-Zakiyah. He was designated as the Mahdi by his father, and many swore allegiance to him, including al-Mansur, who later became the first Abbasid caliph. Muhammad and Ibrahim revolted with a good deal of popular support when the Abbasids tried to make them accept their authority. Muhammad, who was supported by the people of Medina, was killed in a fierce battle in 145,762, and Ibrahim, who was supported by the Zaydid and Mutazilite circles of Kufa and Basra, was killed a few months later. Cf. Jafari, The Origins and Early Development, pp. 269-71, 275-6. 15. Ismail was the eldest son of Imam Jafar and his designated successor. However, he died before his father, who then appointed his second son Musa as the Imam after himself. The Ismailis follow Ismail as Imam rather than Musa, maintaining that the former's appointment was valid and that the imamate remained in his family. 16. 4. 58. 17. An oft-repeated formula found in many hadith. 18. 17. 60. The Quran commentators offer at least 3 possible interpretations for this vision. Concerning the third, Baidawi writes, it is also said that the Prophet saw a group of the Umayyads climbing his pulpit and jumping upon it like monkeys. So he said, this is their share of this world, they will be given it for accepting Islam. According to this interpretation, what is meant by a trial for men is what happened during their time. Anwar al-Tanzil. Commentary on 17. 60. The Shiite commentator Tabarsi also offers this as a third possibility, providing 2 hadith 2. And his praisers most pleasing to him. 26a praise that may surpass other praises, as our Lord surpasses all his creatures. 27 Then to him belongs praise, in place of his every favor upon us, and upon all his servants, past and still remaining. To the number of all things his knowledge encompasses, and in place of each of his favors, their number doubling and redoubling always and forever, to the day of resurrection. 28a Praise whose bound has no utmost end, whose number has no reckoning, whose limit cannot be reached, whose period cannot be cut off. 29a Praise which will become a link to his obedience and pardon, a tie to his good pleasure, a means to his forgiveness, a path to his garden, a protector against his vengeance, a security against his wrath, an aid to obeying him, a barrier against disobeying him, a help in fulfilling his right and his duties. 30a Praise that will make us felicitous among his felicitous friends, and bring us into the ranks of those martyred by the swords of his enemies. He is a friend, praiseworthy. 1. 53. 31. 2. 21. 23. 3. Allusion to 89. 15. As for man, whenever his Lord tries him, and honors him, and favors him. 4. 25. 46. 5. The interworld Barzakh is the abode in which a person dwells between death and the day of resurrection. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 3. The veils meant here are those referred to in the hadith often quoted in Sunni sources. God has 70, or 70,000, veils of light and darkness. Were they to be removed, the glories of his face would incinerate everything perceived by the creature's eyes. Shiite sources add several parallel hadith from the Prophet and the Imam C. Bahar al-Anwar v. 39-47, Bab al-Hujub wa al-A wa al-Saradikat. Cf. Supplication 50.5, where mention is made of God's splendor masked by the veils. 4. Cf. 17. 85. 5. Cf. 69. 17. 6. Cf. 80. 16. 7. i.e. the scribes and writers who record people's deeds in this world. Cf. 82. 1l. 8. The 2 angels, mentioned in many hadith who question the dead on the first night in the grave. 9. An angel who, according to some hadith, is the first to enter the grave with the dead person, telling him to write out his deeds on his shroud with his saliva as ink and his finger as pen. 10. A house in the celestial spheres mentioned in 52, 4 and located directly above the Kaaba. 11. The angel in charge of the fire. 12. The angel in charge of paradise. 13. 66. 6. 14. 13. 24. 15. 69. 30. 16. Cf. 16. 85. 17. 50. 21. The driver and witness are also angels. 4. Blessing upon the attesters to the messengers. 4. His supplication in calling down blessings upon the followers of, and attesters to, the messengers. 1. O God, as for the followers of the messengers, and those of the people of the earth, who attested to them unseen, while the obstinate resisted them through crying lies, they yearned for the emissaries through the realities of faith. 2 inches every era and time in which thou didst send a messenger, and set up for the people a director. From the period of Adam down to Muhammad, God bless him and his household, from among the imams of guidance. 1. O he the wonders of whose mightiness will never end. Bless Muhammad and his household, and prevent us from deviation concerning thy mightiness. 2. O he the term of whose kingdom will never cease. Bless Muhammad and his household, and release our necks from thy vengeance. 3. O he the treasuries of whose mercy will never be exhausted. Bless Muhammad and his household, and appoint for us a portion of thy mercy. 4. O he whom eyes fall short of seeing. Bless Muhammad and his household, and bring us close to thy nearness. 5. O he before whose greatness all great things are small. Bless Muhammad and his household, and give us honor with thee. 6. O he to whom all hidden tidings are manifest. Bless Muhammad and his household, and expose us not before thee. 7. O God, remove our need for the gifts of the givers through thy gift. Spare us the loneliness of those who break off, through thy joining, that we may beseech no one, along with thy free giving, that we may feel lonely at no one's absence, along with thy bounty. 8. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Scheme for us, not against us. Devise to our benefit, not to our loss. 1. Give the turn to prevail to us, not to others. 9. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Protect us from thyself, safeguard us through thyself. Guide us to thyself, and take us not far from thyself. 2. He whom thou protectest stays safe, he whom thou guidest knows, and he whom thou bringest near thyself takes the spoils. 10. O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and spare us the cutting edge of time's turning changes, the evil of Satan's snares, and the bitterness of the sovereign's aggression. 11. O God, the spared are spared only through the bounty of thy strength. So bless Muhammad and his household, and spare us. The givers give only through the bounty of thy wealth. So bless Muhammad and his household, and give to us. The guided are guided only by the light of thy face. So bless Muhammad and his household, and guide us. 12. O God, he whom thou befriendest will not be injured by the abandonment of the abandoners. He to whom thou givest will not be diminished by the withholding of the withholders. He whom thou guidest will not be misled by the misguidance of the misguiders. 13. So bless Muhammad and his household. Defend us from thy servants. Through thy might, free us from need for other than thee. Through thy support, and make us travel the path of the truth. Through thy right guidance. 8. O God, to thee belongs praise for the sky thou hast split into dawn for us. 5. Giving us to enjoy thereby the brightness of daytime, showing us sought-after nourishments, and protecting us from the striking of blights. 9. In the morning we in all things, every one, rise for thee. The heaven and the earth, and what thou hast scattered in each. The still and the moving, the resident and the journeying. What towers up in the air and what hides under the ground. 10. We rise in the morning in thy grasp. Thy kingdom and authority contain us, and thy will embraces us. We move about by thy command, and turn this way and that through thy governing. 11. We own nothing of the affair, except what thou hast decreed, and nothing of the good, except what thou hast given. 12. This is a fresh, new day, over us a ready witness. If we do good, it will take leave from us with praise, and if we do evil, it will part from us in blame. 13. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Provide us with the day's good companionship, and preserve us against parting from it badly, by doing a misdeed, or committing a sin, whether small or great. 14. Make our good deeds within it plentiful. Empty us therein of evil deeds, and fill what lies between its two sides for us, with praise and thanksgiving, wages and stores, bounty and beneficence. 15. O God, ease our burden on the noble writers. 6. Fill our pages for us with our good deeds, and degrade us not before them with our evil works. 16 O God, appoint for us in each of the day's hours a share from thy servants, a portion of giving thanks to thee, and a truthful witness among thy angels. 17 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and safeguard us from before us and behind us, from our right hands and our left hands, and from all our directions. 7. A safeguarding that will preserve from disobeying thee, guide to obeying thee, and be employed for thy love. 18 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and give us success in this day of ours, this night of ours, and in all our days, to employ the good, stay away from the evil, give thanks for favors, follow the Sunnah's norms, avoid innovations, enjoin good behavior, forbid the disapproved, defend Islam, diminish falsehood and abase it, help the truth and exalt it, guide the misguided, assist the weak, and reach out to the troubled. 19 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and make this the most fortunate day we have known, the most excellent companion we have accompanied, and the best time in which we have lingered. 20 Place us among the most satisfied of all thy creatures whom night and day have passed by, the most thankful of them for the favors thou hast done, the firmest of them in the laws thou hast set down in the Sharia, and the most unyielding of them toward the prohibited acts, against which thou hast cautioned. 21 O God, I call thee to witness, and thou art sufficient witness, and I call thy heaven and thy earth to witness, and thy angels and thy other creatures who inhabit them, in this my day, this my hour, this my night, and this my resting place, that I bear witness that thou art God, other than whom there is no God, upholding justice, equitable in judgment, clement to the servants. 8. Master of the kingdom. 9. Compassionate to the creatures. 22 And that Muhammad is thy servant and thy messenger, thy chosen from among thy creatures. Thou didst charge him with thy message, and he delivered it. Thou didst command him to counsel his community, and he counseled it. 23 O God, so bless Muhammad and his household more than thou hast blessed any of thy creatures. Give him for our sake the best thou hast given any of thy servants, and repay him on our behalf better and more generously than thou hast repaid any of thy prophets on behalf of his community. 24 Thou art all kind with immensity, the forgiver of the great, and thou art more merciful than every possessor of mercy. So bless Muhammad and his household, the good, the pure, the chosen, the most distinguished. 1. 10. 67. 2. 17. 12. 3. Allusion to 47. 31. We shall assuredly try you until we know those of you who struggle and are steadfast, and try your 1. O he through whom the knots of detested things are untied. O he through whom the cutting edge of hardships is blunted. O he from whom is begged the outlet to the freshness of relief. 2. Intractable affairs yield to thy power. Means are made ready by thy gentleness. The decree goes into effect through thy power, and all things proceed according to thy desire. 3. By thy desire they follow thy command, without thy word, and by thy will they obey thy bands, without thy prohibition. 4. Thou art the supplicated in worries, in the place of flight in misfortunes. None of them is repelled unless thou repellest, none is removed unless thou removest. 5. Upon me has come down, my Lord, something whose weight burdens me, and upon me has fallen something whose carrying oppresses me. 6. Through thy power, thou hast brought it down upon me, and through thy authority, thou hast turned it toward me. 7. None can send away what thou hast brought, none can deflect what thou hast turned, none can open what thou hast closed, none can close what thou hast opened, none can make easy what thou hast made difficult, none can help him whom thou hast abandoned. 8. So bless Muhammad and his household. Open for me, my Lord, the door of relief through thy graciousness. Break from me the authority of worry by thy strength. Confer the beauty of thy gaze upon my complaint. 3. Vying with the wealthy, disparaging the poor, guarding badly over those in our hands, failing to thank those who have done good to us. 4. Aiding a wrongdoer, abandoning someone troubled, wanting what is not rightfully ours, and speaking about knowledge without knowing. 5. We seek refuge in thee from harboring dishonesty toward anyone, being pleased with our works, and stretching out our expectations. 6. We seek refuge in thee from ill-mindedness, looking down on the small, Satan's gaining mastery over us, times afflicting us, and the sovereigns oppressing us. 7 We seek refuge in thee from acting with prodigality, and not having sufficiency. 8 We seek refuge in thee from the gloating of enemies, indigent need for equals, living in hardship, and dying without readiness. 9 We seek refuge in thee from the most dreadful remorse, the greatest affliction, the most wretched wretchedness, the evil end to the journey, the deprivation of reward, and the advent of punishment. 10 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and through thy mercy, give to me refuge from all of that, and to all the faithful, both men and women, or an evil deed remain with us, by which we might merit thy punishment. 1. 2. 3. 4. 3 traits have prevented me from asking thee, and 1 trait has urged me on. 2 I am prevented by a command thou hast commanded in which I have been slow, a prohibition thou hast prohibited toward which I have hurried, and a favor through which thou hast favored, for which I have not given sufficient thanks. 3 I am urged to ask thee, by thy gratuitous bounty upon him, who turns his face toward thee, and comes to thee with a good opinion, since all thy beneficence is gratuitous bounty, and every one of thy favors a new beginning. For so here I am, my God, standing at the gate of thy might, the standing of the lowly, the surrendered, asking thee in my shame, the asking of the destitute, the pitiful. 5 Admitting to thee that, at the time of thy beneficence I surrendered not, save through abstaining from disobedience toward thee, and in none of my states was I ever without thy kindness. 6 Will it profit me, my God, to admit to thee the evil of what I have earned? Will it save me from thee, to confess the ugliness of what I have done? Or wilt thou impose upon me in this my station thy displeasure? Will thy hate hold fast to me in the time of my supplication? 7 Glory be to thee. I do not despair of thee, for thou hast opened the door of repentance toward thyself. Rather, I say, the words of a lowly servant, having wronged himself, and made light of his Lord's inviolability. 8 And whose sins are dreadful, great, whose days have parted, fled, until, when he sees the term of his works expired, and the limit of his lifetime reached, and knows with certainty that he has no escape from thee, no place to flee from thee, he turns his face toward thee in repeated turning, makes his repentance toward thee sincere, stands before thee with a pure and purified heart, then supplicates thee with a feeble, quiet voice. 9 He is bowed before thee, bent, his head lowered, thrown down, his legs shaking in fear, his tears flooding his cheeks. He supplicates thee, O most merciful of the merciful, O most merciful of those toward whom seekers of mercy keep on turning, O tenderest of those around whom run seekers of forgiveness, O he whose pardon is greater than his vengeance, O he whose good pleasure is more abundant than his anger. 10 O he who seeks his creatures, praise, with excellent forbearance, O he who has accustomed his servants to the acceptance of their repeated turning. 2 O he who seeks to heal their corruption through repentance, O he who is pleased with the easy of their acts, O he who recompenses with the much their little, O he who has made himself accountable to them to respond to supplication. 3 O he who pledged himself by his gratuitous bounty to give them excellent repayment. 11 I am not the most disobedient of those who have disobeyed thee and whom thou hast forgiven, nor am I the most blameworthy to offer excuses, which thou hast accepted, nor am I the most wrongdoing of those who have repented to thee, and to whom thou hast returned. 12 I repent to thee in this my station, the repentance of one, remorseful over what proceeded from him hastily, apprehensive of what has gathered around him, pure in shame for that into which he has fallen. 13 Knowing that pardoning great sins is nothing great for thee. 4 Overlooking enormous misdeeds is not difficult for thee. Putting up with indecent crimes does not trouble thee. And the most beloved of thy servants to thee is he who refrains from arrogance before thee, pulls aside from persistence, and holds fast to praying forgiveness. 14 I am clear before thee of arrogance. I seek refuge in thee from persistence. I pray forgiveness from thee for shortcomings. I seek help from thee in incapacity. 15 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Dispense with what is incumbent upon me toward thee. Release me from what I merit from thee, and grant me sanctuary from what the evildoers fear. For thou art full of pardon, the hoped-for source of forgiveness, well known for thy forbearance. My need has no object but thee, my sin no forgiver other than thee, could that be possible? 16 I have no fear for myself except from thee. Thou art worthy of reverential fear, and worthy to forgive. 5. Bless Muhammad and his household, grant my need. Answer my request favorably, forgive my sin, and give me security from fear for myself. Thou art powerful over everything. 6. And that is easy for thee. Amen, Lord of the world. 3. O he whose favors are not bought by prices. 4. O he who does not muddy his gifts by the imposition of obligations. 5. O he along with whom nothing is needed, and without whom nothing can be done. 6. O he toward whom desire is ever directed, and never turned away. 7. O he whose treasuries cannot be exhausted by demands. 8. O he whose wisdom cannot be altered by any means. 9. O he from whom the needs of the needy are never cut off. 10. O he who is not distressed by the supplications of the supplicators. 11. Thou hast lauded thyself for having no need for thy creatures, and it suits thee to have no need for them. 12. And thou hast attributed to them poverty, and it suits them to be poor toward thee. 1. 13. So he who strives to remedy his lack through what is with thee, and wishes to turn poverty away from himself through thee, has sought his need in the most likely place, and come to his request from the right quarter. 14. But he who turns in his need toward one of thy creatures, or assigns the cause of its being granted to other than thee, has exposed himself to deprivation, and deserves to miss thy beneficence. 15. O God, I have a need of thee. My exertion has fallen short of it, and my stratagems have been cut back before reaching it. My soul induced me to present it to him who presents his needs to thee, and can do nothing without thee in his requests, but this is one of the slips of the offenders, one of the stumbles of the sinners. 16. Then through thy reminding me, I was aroused from my heedlessness. Through thy giving success, I stood up from my slip, and through thy pointing the way, I returned and withdrew from my stumble. 17. I said, Glory to my Lord. How can the needy ask from the needy? How can the destitute beseech the destitute? 18. So I went straight to thee, my God, in beseeching, and I sent thee my hope with trust in thee. 19. I came to know that the many I request from thee are few before thy wealth. The weighty I ask from thee is vile before thy plenty. Thy generosity is not constrained by anyone's asking. Thy hand is higher in bestowing gifts than every hand. 20. O God, so bless Muhammad and his household. Take me through thy generosity to thy gratuitous bounty, and take me not through thy justice to what I deserve. I am not the first beseecher to beseech thee, and thou bestowed upon him while he deserved withholding. Nor am I the first to ask from thee, and thou wast bounteous toward him while he merited deprivation. 21. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Respond to my supplication, come near my call. Have mercy on my pleading, listen to my voice. 22. Cut not short my hope for thee. 8. O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and assist me with an immediate assistance that will heal my rage toward him, and redeem my fury toward him. 9. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Compensate me for his wronging me with thy pardon, and replace his evil action toward me with thy mercy. For every detested thing less than thy anger is slight, and every disaster next to thy rancor indifferent. 10. O God, just as thou hast made me detest being wronged, so also protect me from doing wrong. 11. O God, I complain to no one but thee, and I seek help from no ruler other than thee. How could I? So bless Muhammad and his household. Join my supplication to response, and unite my complaint with change. 12. O God, tempt me not with despair of thy just treatment, and tempt him not with feeling secure from thy disapproval, lest he persist in wronging me, and constrain me in my rights. 2. Let him soon recognize what thou hast promised the wrongdoers. 3. And let me recognize thy promised response to the distressed. 4. 13. O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Give me success in accepting thy decrees for me and against me. Make me pleased with what thou talkest for me and from me. Guide me to that which is most upright, and employ me in that which is safest. 6. 7. 8. 1. O God, to thee belongs praise for the good health of my body, which lets me move about, and to thee belongs praise for the ailments which thou causest to arise in my flesh. 2. For I know not, my God, which of the two states deserves more my thanking thee, and which of the two times is more worthy for my praise of thee. 3 The time of health, within which thou mockest me delight in the agreeable things of thy provision, through which thou givest me the joy to seek, the means to thy good pleasure and bounty, and by which thou strengthenest me, for the acts of obedience, which thou hast given me success to accomplish, for the time of illness, through which thou puttest me to the test, and bestowest upon me favors, lightening of the offenses, that weigh down my back, purification of the evil deeds, into which I have plunged, incitement to reach for repentance, reminder of the erasure of misdeeds through ancient favor, 5 And, through all that, what the two writers write for me, blameless acts, which no heart had thought, no tongue had uttered, and no limb had undertaken, rather, as thy bestowal of bounty upon me, and the beneficence of thy benefaction toward me. 1. 6 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Make me love what thou hast approved for me. Make easy for me what thou hast sent down upon me. 8 Thou art he, whose mercy runs before his wrath. 9 Thou art he, whose bestowal is greater than his withholding. 10 Thou art he, by whose mercy all creatures are embraced. 11 Thou art he, who desires no repayment by him upon whom he bestows. 12 Thou art he, who does not overdo the punishment of him who disobeys thee. 13 And I, my God, am thy servant, whom thou commanded to supplicate, and who said, I am at thy service and disposal. Here am I, my Lord, thrown down before thee. 14 I am he, whose back offenses have weighed down. I am he, whose lifetime sins have consumed. I am he, who was disobedient in his ignorance, while thou didst not deserve that from him. 15 Wilt thou, my God, be merciful toward him who supplicates thee, that I should bring my supplication before thee? Wilt thou forgive him who weeps to thee, that I should hurry to weep? Wilt thou show forbearance toward him who puts his face in the dust before thee in lowliness? Wilt thou free from need him who complains to thee of his indigent need with confidence? 16 My God, disappoint not him who finds no bestower other than thee, and abandon not him who cannot be freed from his need for thee through less than thee. 17 My God, so bless Muhammad and his household. Turn not away from me, when I have turned my face toward thee. Deprive me not, when one have besought thee, and slap not my brow with rejection, when I have stood before thee. 18 Thou art he who has described himself by mercy. So bless Muhammad and his household, and have mercy upon me. Thou art he who has named himself by pardon. So pardon me. 19 Thou hast seen, my God, the flow of my tears, in fear of thee, the throbbing of my heart in dread of thee, and the infirmity of my limbs in awe of thee. 20 All this from my shame before thee, because of my evil works. So my voice has become silent, no longer crying to thee, and my tongue has gone dumb, no longer whispering in prayer. 21 My God, so to thee belongs praise. How many of my flaws thou hast covered over, without exposing me. How many of my sins thou hast cloaked, without making me notorious. How many faults I have committed, yet thou didst not tear away from me their covering, collar me with their detested disgrace, or make their dishonor plain, to those of my neighbors who search for my defects, and to those who envy thy favor toward me. 22 But that did not prevent me from passing on to the evil that thou knowest from me. 23 So who is more ignorant than I, my God, of his own right conduct? Who is more heedless than I of his own good fortune? Who is further than I from seeking to set himself right? For I spend the provision thou deliverest to me, in the disobedience thou hast prohibited to me. Who sinks more deeply into falsehood, and is more intensely audacious in evil than I? For I hesitate between thy call and the call of Satan, and then follow his call, without being blind in my knowledge of him, or forgetful in my memory of him. 24 While I am certain that thy call takes to the garden, and his call takes to the fire. 25 Glory be to thee. How marvelous the witness I bear against my own soul, and the enumeration of my own hidden affairs. 26 And more marvelous than that is thy lack of haste with me, thy slowness in attending to me. That is not because I possess honor with thee, but because thou waitest patiently for me, and art bountiful toward me, that I may refrain from disobedience displeasing to thee, and abstain from evil deeds that disgrace me, and because thou lovest to pardon me more than to punish. 27 But I, my God, am more numerous in sins, uglier in footsteps, more repulsive in acts, more reckless in rushing into falsehood, weaker in awakening to thy obedience, and less attentive and heedful toward thy threats, than that I could number for thee my faults, or have the power to recount my sins. 28 I only scold my own soul, craving thy gentleness, through which the affairs of sinners are set right, and hoping for thy mercy, through which the necks of the offenders are freed. 29 O God, this is my neck, enslaved by sins. Bless Muhammad and his household, and release it through thy pardon. This is my back, weighed down by offenses. Bless Muhammad and his household, and lighten it through thy kindness. 30 My God, were I to weep to thee until my eyelids drop off, wail until my voice wears out, stand before thee until my feet swell up, bow to thee until my backbone is thrown out of joint, prostrate to thee until my eyeballs fall out, eat the dirt of the earth for my whole life, drink the water of ashes till the end of my days, mention thee through all of that until my tongue fails, and not lift my glance to the sky's horizons in shame before thee. Yet would I not merit through all of that the erasing of a single one of my evil deeds. 31 Though thou forgivest me when I merit thy forgiveness, and pardonest me when I deserve thy pardon, yet I have no title to that through what I deserve, nor am I worthy of it through merit, since my repayment from thee, from the first that I disobeyed thee, is the fire. So if thou punishest me, thou dost me no wrong. 32 My God, since thou hast, through thy copious rain, from the driven clouds, so that thy goodly earth may grow, on all horizons, to show kindness to thy servants, through the ripening of the fruit, revive thy land, through the blossoming of the flowers, and let thy angels, the noble scribes, be witness to a beneficial watering from thee, lasting in its abundance, plenty in its flow, heavy, quick, soon. 3 Through which thou revivest what has vanished, bringest forth what is coming, and providest plentiful foods, through heaped up, wholesome, productive clouds, in reverberating layers, the rains downpour not without cease, the lightnings flashes not without fruit. 4 O God, give us water through rain, helping, productive, fertilizing, widespread, plentiful, abundant, bringing back the risen, restoring the broken. 5 O God, give us water with a watering through which thou wilt make the stone hills pour, fill the cisterns, flood the rivers, make the trees grow, bring down prices in all the lands, invigorate the beasts and the creatures, perfect for us the agreeable things of provision, make grow for us the fields, let flow for us the teats. 4 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, raise me not a single degree before the people, without lowering me its like in myself, and bring about no outward exaltation, for me, without an inward abasement in myself to the same measure. 5 O God, bless Muhammad and Muhammad's household, give me to enjoy a sound guidance, which I seek not to replace, a path of truth from which I swerve not, and an intention of right conduct in which I have no doubts. Let me live as long as my life is a free gift in obeying thee. But if my life should become a pasture for Satan, seize me to thyself, before thy hatred overtakes me, or thy wrath against me becomes firm. 6 O God, deposit in me no quality for which I will be faulted, unless thou settest it right, no flaw for which I will be blamed, unless thou mockest it beautiful, no deficient noble trait, unless thou completest it. 7 O God, bless Muhammad and Muhammad's household, and replace for me the animosity of the people of hatred with love, the envy of the people of insolence with affection, the suspicion of the people of righteousness with trust, the enmity of those close with friendship, the disrespect of womb relatives with devotion, the abandonment of relatives with help, the attachment of flatterers with love set right, the rejection of fellows with generous friendliness, and the bitterness of the fear of wrongdoers with the sweetness of security. 8 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, appoint for me a hand against him who wrongs me, a tongue against him who disputes with me, and a victory over him who stubbornly resists me. Give me guile against him who schemes against me, power over him who oppresses me, refutation of him who reviles me, and safety from him who threatens me. Grant me success to obey him who points me straight, and follow him who guides me right. 9 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and point me straight to resist him who is dishonest toward me with good counsel. Repay him who separates from me with gentle devotion, reward him who deprives me with free giving, recompense him who cuts me off with joining, Oppose him who slanders me with excellent mention. Give thanks for good, and shut my eyes to evil. 10 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Adorn me with the adornment of the righteous, and clothe me in the ornaments of the God-fearing, through spreading justice, restraining rage, quenching the flame of hate, bringing together the people of separation, correcting discord, spreading about good behavior, covering faults, mildness of temper, lowering the wing. 2. Beauty of conduct, gravity of bearing, agreeableness in comportment, precedence in reaching excellence, preferring bounteousness, refraining from condemnation, bestowing bounty on the undeserving, speaking the truth, though it be painful, making little of the good in my words and deeds, though it be much, and making much of the evil in my words and deeds, though it be little. Perfect this for me through lasting obedience, holding fast to the community, and rejecting the people of innovation, and those who act in accordance with original opinions. 11 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Appoint for me thy widest provision in my old age, and thy strongest strength when I am exhausted. Try me not with laziness in worship of thee, blindness toward thy path, undertaking what opposes love for thee, joining with him who has separated himself from thee, and separating from him who has joined himself to thee. 12 O God, make me lead to thee in times of distress, ask from thee in needs, and plead to thee in misery. Tempt me not to seek help from other than thee, when I am distressed, to humble myself in asking from someone else, when I am poor, or to plead with someone less than thee, when I fear, for then I would deserve thy abandonment, thy withholding, and thy turning away. O most merciful of the merciful. 13 O God, make the wishing, the doubt, and the envy which Satan throws into my heart a remembrance of thy mightiness, a reflection upon thy power, and a devising against thy enemy. Make everything he causes to pass over my tongue, the indecent or ugly words, the maligning of good repute, the false witness, the speaking ill of an absent man of faith, or the reviling of one present, and all things similar, a speech in praise of thee, a persual of eulogizing thee, an excursion in magnifying thee, a thanksgiving for thy favor, an acknowledgement of thy beneficence, and an enumeration of thy kindnesses. 14 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Let me not be wronged while thou canst repel from me. Let me not do wrong while thou art powerful over holding me back. Let me not be misguided while thou art able to guide me. Let me not be poor while with thee is my plenty. Let me not be insolent while from thee comes my wealth. 15 O God, I come to thy forgiveness. I go straight to thy pardon. I yearn for thy forbearance, and I trust in thy bounty. But there is nothing with me to make me warrant thy forgiveness, nothing in my works to make me merit thy pardon, and nothing on my behalf, after I judge my soul, but thy bounty. So bless Muhammad and his household, and bestow thy bounty upon me. 16 O God, make my speech be guidance. Inspire me with reverential fear. Give me success in that which is most pure, and employ me in what is most pleasing to thee. 17 O God, let me tread the most exemplary path, and make me live and die in thy creed. 18 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Give me to enjoy moderation. Make me into one of the people of right behavior, the proofs of right conduct, and the servants of righteousness, and provide me with triumph at the place of return. 3. And safety from the ambush. 4. 19 O God, take to thyself from my soul what will purify it, and leave from my soul that of my soul, that will set it right. For my soul will perish, unless thou preservest it. 20 O God, thou art my stores when I sorrow. Thou art my recourse when I am deprived. From thee I seek aid when troubled, and with thee is a substitute for everything gone by, a correction for everything corrupted, and a change from everything thou disapprovest. So show kindness to me with well-being before affliction, wealth before asking, right conduct before misguidance. Suffice me against the burden of shame toward the servants. Give me security on the day of return, and grant me excellent right guidance. 21 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Repel from me through thy gentleness. Feed me through thy favor. Set me right through thy generosity. Heal me through thy benefaction. Shade me in thy shelter. Wrap me in thy good pleasure. And give me success to reach the most guided of affairs when affairs confuse me. The purest of works when works seem similar. and the most pleasing to thee of creeds when creeds conflict. 22 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Crown me with sufficiency. Place in me excellent guardianship. 5. Give me to guide correctly. Tempt me not with plenty. Grant me excellent ease. Make not my life toil and trouble. And refuse not my supplication in rejection. For I make none rival to thee. And I supplicate none with thee as equal. 23 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Hold me back from prodigality. Fortify my provision against ruin. Increase my possessions through blessing them. And set me upon the path of guidance. Through piety in what I spend. 24 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Spare me the burden of earning. And provide for me without reckoning. Lest I be distracted from thy worship through seeking. And carry the load of earning's ill results. 25 O God, bestow upon me what I seek. Through thy power. And grant me sanctuary from what I fear. Through thy might. 26 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Save my face through ease. And demean not my dignity through neediness. Lest I seek provision from those whom thou hast provided. And asks for bestowal from the worst of thy creatures. Then I would be tried. By praising him who gave to me. And afflicted. With blaming him who held back from me. While thou, not they, art patron of giving and holding back. 27 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. And provide me with soundness in worship, detachment in renunciation, knowledge put into action, and abstinence in measure. 28 O God, seal my term with thy pardon. Verify my expectation in hoping for thy mercy. Smooth my paths to reach thy good pleasure. And make my works good in all my states. 29 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Incite me to remember thee. In times of heedlessness, employ me in thy obedience. In days of disregard, open a smooth road for me to thy love. And complete for me thereby the good of this world and the next. 30 O God, and bless Muhammad and his household. The best thou hast blessed any of thy creatures before him. And wilt bless any of them after him. And give to us in this world good. 3 None can grant sanctuary to a vassal, my God, but a lord. None can give security to one dominated, but a dominator. None can aid him from whom demands are made, but a demander. For in thy hand, my God, is the thread of all that. In thee the place of escape and flight. So bless Muhammad and his household. Give sanctuary to me in my flight. And grant my request. 5 O God, if thou shouldst turn thy generous face away from me. Withhold from me thy immense bounty. Forbid me thy provision, or cut off from me thy thread. I will find no way to anything of my hope, other than thee, nor be given power over what is with thee, through another's aid. For I am thy servant and in thy grasp, my forelock is in thy hand. 1. 6 I have no command along with thy command. Accomplished is thy judgment of me, just thy decree for me. 2. I have not the strength to emerge from thy authority, nor am I able to step outside thy power. I cannot win thy inclination, arrive at thy good pleasure, or attain what is with thee, except through obeying thee, and through the bounty of thy mercy. 7 O God, I rise in the morning and enter into evening. As thy lowly slave, I own no profit and loss for myself, except through thee. I witness to that over myself, and I confess to the frailty of my strength, and the paucity of my stratagems. So accomplish what thou hast promised me, and complete for me what thou hast given me, for I am thy slave, miserable, abased, frail, distressed, vile, despised, poor, fearful, and seeking sanctuary. 8 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. And let me not forget to remember thee in what thou hast done for me. Be heedless of thy beneficence in thy trying me, or despair of thy response to me, though it keep me waiting. Whether I be in prosperity or adversity, hardship or ease, well-being or affliction, misery or comfort, wealth or distress, poverty or riches. 9 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Make me laud thee, extol thee, and praise thee in all my states. So that I rejoice not over what thou givest me of this world, nor sorrow over that of it which thou withholdest from me. Impart reverential fear of thee to my heart. Employ my body in that which thou acceptest from me, and divert my soul through obedience to thee, from all that enters upon me, so that I love nothing that displeases thee, and become displeased at nothing that pleases thee. 10 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Empty my heart for thy love, Occupy it with remembering thee. Animate it with fear of thee and quaking before thee. Strengthen it with beseeching thee. Incline it to thy obedience. Set it running in the path most beloved to thee. And subdue it through desire for what is with thee, all the days of my life. 11 Let my provision in this world be reverential fear of thee. 3. My journey be toward thy mercy, and my entrance be into thy good pleasure. Appoint for me a lodging in thy garden. Give me strength to bear everything that pleases thee. Make me flee to thee, and desire what is with thee. Clothe my heart in estrangement from the evil among thy creatures, and give me intimacy with thee, thy friends, and those who obey thee. 12 Assign to no wicked person or unbeliever a kindness toward me, or a hand that obliges me, nor to me a need for one of them. Rather make the stillness of my heart, the comfort of my soul, my independence and my sufficiency, lie in thee and the best of thy creatures. 13 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Make me their comrade, make me their helper, and oblige me with yearning for thee, in doing for thee what thou lovest and approvest. Thou art powerful over everything and that is easy for thee. 1. O God, thou hast charged me concerning myself, with that which belongs more to thee than to me. Thy power over it and over me is greater than my power. So give me in myself what will make thee pleased with me, and take for thyself thy good pleasure in myself's well-being. 2 O God, I have no endurance for effort, no patience in affliction, no strength to bear poverty. So forbid me not my provision, and entrust me not to thy creatures, but take care of my need alone, and thyself attend to sufficing me. 3 Look upon me and look after me in all my affairs. For if thou entrustest me to myself, I will be incapable before myself and fail to undertake that in which my best interest lies. If thou entrustest me to thy creatures, they will frown upon me, and if thou mockest me resort to my kinsfolk, they will refuse to give to me. If they give, they will give little and in bad temper, making me feel long obliged, and blaming me much. 4 So through thy bounty, O God, free me from need. Through thy mightiness, lift me up. Through thy boundless plenty, open my hand, and with that which is with thee, suffice me. 5 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Rid me of envy, encircle me against sins, make me abstain from things unlawful. Give me not the boldness of disobedient acts. Assign me love for that which is with thee, and satisfaction with that which comes to me from thee. Bless me in that which thou providest me, that which thou conferrest upon me, and that through which thou favorest me, and make me in all my states safeguarded, watched, covered, defended, given refuge, and granted sanctuary. 6 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and let me accomplish everything which thou hast enjoined upon me, or made obligatory for me toward thee, in one of the ways of thy obedience, or toward one of thy creatures. Though my body be too frail for that, my strength too feeble, my power not able to reach it, and my possessions and what my hand owns not encompass it, and whether I have remembered it or forgotten it. 7 It, my Lord, is among that which thou hast counted against me, while I have been heedless of it in myself. Let me perform it, through thy plentiful giving, and the abundance which is with thee, for thou art boundless, generous, so that nothing of it may remain against me. Lest thou wouldst wish to settle accounts for it from my good deeds, or to compound my evil deeds, on the day I meet thee, my Lord. 8 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and provide me with desire to serve thee for the sake of my state in the hereafter, such that I know the truthfulness of that desire in my heart. Be dominated by renunciation while in this world, do good deeds with yearning, and remain secure from evil deeds in fright and fear, and give me a light whereby I may walk among the people. 1. Be guided in the shadows, and seek illumination in doubt and uncertainty. 9 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and provide me with fear of the threatened gloom, and yearning for the promised reward, such that I may find the pleasure of that for which I supplicate thee, and the sorrow of that from which I seek sanctuary in thee. 10 O God, thou knowest what will set my affairs right, in this world and the next, so be ever gracious toward my needs. 11 O God, bless Muhammad and Muhammad's household, and provide me with what is thy right, when I fall short in thanking thee, for that through which thou hast favored me, in ease and difficulty, health and sickness, such that I may come to know in myself repose in satisfaction, and serenity of soul, in that which thou hast made incumbent upon me, in whatever states may occur, fear and security, satisfaction and displeasure, loss and gain. 12 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and provide me with a breast safe from envy, such that I envy none of thy creatures, and in anything of thy bounty, and such that I see none of thy favors, for as long as thou causest me to live, in this year of mine and in every year, and make that accepted, thanked, and mentioned before thee, and stored away with thee. 5 Make my tongue utter thy praise, thy thanksgiving, thy remembrance, and thy excellent laudation, and expand my heart toward the right goals of thy religion. 6 Give me and my progeny refuge from the accursed Satan, the evil of venomous vermin, threatening pests, swarming crowds, and evil eyes, the evil of every rebel Satan. 2 The evil of every refractory sovereign, the evil of everyone living in ease and served, the evil of everyone weak or strong, the evil of everyone born high or low, the evil of everyone small or great, the evil of everyone near or far, the evil of everyone, jinn or man, who declares war on thy messenger and his household, and the evil of every crawling creature that thou hast taken by the forelock. Surely thou art on a straight path. 3. 7 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, and if someone desires ill for me, turn him away from me, drive away from me his deception, avert from me his evil, send his trickery back to his own throat. 8 And place before him a barricade, so that thou mayest blind his eyes toward me, deafen his ears toward my mention, lock his heart toward recalling me, silence his tongue against me, restrain his head, abase his exaltation, break his arrogance, abase his neck, disjoint his pride. 1 O God, bless Muhammad, thy slave and thy messenger, and his household, the pure, and single them out for the best of thy blessings, thy mercy, thy benedictions, and thy peace. 2 And single out my parents, O God, for honor with thee and blessings from thee, O most merciful of the merciful. 3 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, teach me through inspiration knowledge of everything incumbent upon me toward them, and gather within me knowledge of all that completely. Then make me act in accordance with what thou hast inspired me, and give me the success to put into practice the knowledge thou hast shown to me, lest I fail to act according to something thou hast taught me, or my limbs feel too heavy to perform that with which thou hast inspired me. 4 O God, bless Muhammad and his household, as thou hast ennobled us through him, and bless Muhammad and his household, as thou hast made incumbent upon us rights toward the creatures because of him. 5 O God, fill me with awe of my parents, the awe one has toward a tyrannical sovereign, and let me be devoted to them with the devotion of a compassionate mother. Make my obedience and devotion to them more gladdening to my eyes than sleep to the drowsy, and more refreshing to my breast than drink to the thirsty, so that I may prefer their inclination to my inclination, set their satisfaction before my satisfaction, make much of their devotion to me though it be little, and make little of my devotion to them though it be great. 6 God, lower before them my voice, make agreeable to them my words, make mild before them my temper, make tender toward them my heart, and turn me into their kind companion, their loving friend. 7 O God, thank them for my upbringing, reward them for honoring me, and guard them as they guarded me in my infancy. 8 O God, and whatever harm has touched them from me, detested thing has reached them from me, or right of theirs which has been neglected by me, allow it to alleviate their sins, raise them in their degrees, and add to their good deeds. O He who changes evil deeds into manifold good deeds. 9 O God, whatever word through which they have transgressed against me, act through which they have been immoderate with me, right of mine which they have left neglected, or obligation toward me in which they have fallen short, I grant it to them and bestow it upon them, and I beseech thee to remove from them its ill consequence, for I do not accuse them concerning myself. Find them slow in their devotion toward me, or dislike the way they have attended to my affairs, my Lord. 10 They have rights against me which are more incumbent, precedence in beneficence toward me that is greater, and kindness toward me that is mightier, than that I should settle accounts with justice, or repay them with equivalence. Where then, my God, would be their long occupation with bringing me up, where the hardship of their toil, in taking care of me, wear the stinting of themselves, to provide me with plenty. 11 What an idea! I can never discharge their right against me, fulfill my obligations toward them, or accomplish the duty of serving them. So bless Muhammad and his household, and help me, O best of those whose help we seek. Give me success, O most guiding of those whom we beseech. Place me not among the people of disrespect to fathers and mothers. On the day when every soul will be repaid for what it has earned, they shall not be wronged. 12 O God, bless Muhammad, his household, and his progeny, and single out my parents for the best, which thou hast singled out for the fathers and mothers of thy faithful servants. O most merciful of the merciful. 13 O God, let me not forget to remember them after my ritual prayers, at every time throughout my night, and in each of the hours of my day. 14 O God, bless Muhammad and his household. Forgive me through my supplication for my parents. Forgive them through their devotion toward me, with unfailing forgiveness. 13. 1 O God, be kind to me through the survival of my children, setting them right for me, and allowing me to enjoy them. 2 My God, make long their lives for me. Increase their terms. Bring up the smallest for me. Strengthen the weakest for me. Rectify for me their bodies, their religious dedication, and their moral traits. Make them well in their souls, their limbs, and everything that concerns me of their affair. And pour out for me and upon my hand their provisions. 3 Make them pious, fearing, insightful, hearing, and obedient toward thee, loving and well disposed toward thy friends, and stubbornly resistant and full of hate toward all thy enemies. Amen. 4 O God, through them, strengthen my arm, straighten my burdened back, multiply my number, adorn my presence, keep alive my mention, suffice me when I am away, help me in my needs, and make them loving toward me, affectionate, approaching, upright, obedient, never disobedient, disrespectful, opposed, or offenders. 5 Help me in their upbringing, their education, and my devotion toward them. Give me among them from thyself male children. Make that a good for me, and make them a help for me, in that which I ask from thee. 6 Give me and my progeny refuge from the accursed Satan, for thou hast created us, commanded us, and prohibited us, and made us desire the reward of what thou hast commanded, and fear its punishment. Thou assigned to us an enemy who schemes against us, gave him an authority